actually done.
It's really you. Before you say anything, I know I'm not supposed to be here, but I spotted this ship and I had to drop in for a closer look. And now I'm going to take off. So let's pretend this never happened, hey?
Hold it right there, Icarus. I'm not about to let you just fly out on me again without a chat at least. To start with, what are you doing in the middle of this blasted war?
The same thing I've been doing. Slowing these bastards down. If everyone like me pitched in a little bit, this war would have been well over by now.
That may be so, but this is a matter between gods and titans. I wouldn't want you to get hurt.
Bit late for that, Millie. Anyway, I've kept you for too long, but let me give you something I've been working on before I go. And these will work, I swear. Here's what I've got. You won't be disappointed.
I'm grateful, Icarus. See you.
Been flying for a while now. At first, it brought me back to the terror I felt as a kid. Those final moments. I wanted to put myself through them again and again. Don't know why.
Icarus, you were young and you made a mistake. What's the use torturing yourself for it for all eternity? I thought you wanted to learn to fly to prove yourself to your father.
Come on, Melly. I'm never going to prove myself to him. But something happened as I kept trying to use my wings. I started to like it, seeing from a different point of view.
You look so in your element up there. I always believed if I could make you whole again, perhaps some night we'd learn to fly together. I still want to feel what it's like.
You've no idea how much I wanted that too. But it was something I had to do on my own. I'd love to take you up with me now, but yeah, shades and goddesses don't mix.
You can fly wherever you want now, but I'm glad you didn't go so far I couldn't catch up. Here, in light of your godlike wings, a little gift.
Oh, come on. Just because I've been flying around near Olympus doesn't mean I get to feast like I'm from there. But maybe with your permission, hey? You know what? I've got something for you too.
Is this one of your inventions? Amazing. Thank you.
Something happened since the last time you were here. These ships, one after another, they all sank. Never seen these waters so calm. Did you?
Did I reach Kronos in my father's house and slay him? Yes. And did he then reconstitute himself, perhaps entirely negating whatever I achieved? Also yes.
I always knew you'd get him, Nelly. But as you can see, his risen fleet has risen once again. Though sounds to me like you found one of its weaknesses. That last note you got me was so good. Can't even imagine what it would have been like while I was still alive. Wasn't going to ask for another, but since you're offering...
I'm offering, so here. Maybe it's even better now that you're a shade. You mortals had to eat and drink out of necessity, but nectar helps fulfill a different kind of need.
There's some catastrophic storm brewing at the top of Olympus. Can't get anywhere near it. What's happening up there?
That storm conceals the real threat. Kronos awakened the father of all monsters and set him loose. These forces we're fighting, they're just a stalling tactic and a feint.
You're saying that's bloody Typhon? Oh, God. Since I was young, I prayed to all of you for safety and good fortune from my tower. Now it's you yourselves who better pray.
No, we're going to destroy that thing. I don't yet know all that requires, though prayer most likely won't be necessary.
Well, then I'll pray just in case. I figure it can hurt. Just please be careful, Melly. And before you go, take one of these. Oh, you've, grown a bit. I mean, I'm not imagining it, am I, hey? Since normally I don't quite have to crane my neck this much to look at you.
Just a bit of magic, courtesy of Circe the Enchantress. A temporary boost of strength, though with what seems to be a noticeable side effect.
It's not a bad thing, I just couldn't help but notice. And now I'm staring. And now I'm going to stop. Here you go. As a mortal kid confined to a tower, I was relatively well provided for, but this... I know better than to envy the gods, especially with what they're going through lately. But they definitely know their drink.
The gods have always lived well, but your own life was so short and difficult. You must still have a lot of making up to do, and I thought maybe this could help.
Wait, what are you even doing here? I thought you were supposed to be bound to the underworld, but here you are, commandeering warships and whatnot.
I am still bound there. I just loosened the bindings a bit. Though I feel absolutely wretched now, so if the legions of Kronos don't stop me soon, my blood curse surely will.
Really? Because you look great. You look well. I mean, unafflicted by a curse of any sort. Maybe a little seasick is all. Just take one of these, hey. You really went and took on Typhon, eh? I caught a glimpse of him. As close as I dared fly to that huge storm. He could have squished you like a bug. Although I guess bugs can't use magic to escape.
And bugs have wings, kind of like you. But yes, I can attest to Typhon's size and strength. Fortunately, I'm quicker, and have every god and goddess on Olympus backing me.
But they're my pales in comparison to my inventions here. Well, I shouldn't even jest like that. You don't suppose they heard? Don't tell them I said anything.
If you love flying so much, why do you keep helping me? Once my father's throne is restored, the gates of the underworld will shut, and you'll be forced to return.
I know. I would miss flying, sure. But I think I could live without it if I had to. Exist without it. You know what I mean. My plan is to just make the most of it for now. And we mortals are taught to believe nothing lasts forever anyway. Where have you been, Millie? Not seen you here or anywhere in far too many nights. Something's off. I don't know what, but I think Kronos might be up to something new. His forces have been acting very strange.
His forces have been acting very strange because Kronos abandoned his campaign. Icarus, our war is won. The House of Hades is restored. You'd not believe me if I told you how, but it's true.
Kronos has given up. Wait, what? No, but we just fought more of his forces here. You're really serious?
When am I not? The Titan of Time is changed. We were able to get through to him finally in the moment when his continued existence was on the line. I'm off to Olympus now, to make certain things are stable over there.
I can't believe it. Well, I mean, of course I can. You got him, finally! You did get him, didn't you? I don't know what to say. Have one of these? Way back when, I always wanted to find you the best bottle of nectar I could. But I never did. Adding to the list of things I perhaps should have approached differently.
Please don't dwell on the past so much. You thought you'd never see me again, but I'm here now. I appreciate this moment that we have.
I won't forget it.
I meant to tell you, Icarus. I finally got to fly, with great Selene and a moonlit steeds. I certainly see the appeal, and I didn't even get to steer the chariot.
Wait, you were all the way up there? That's amazing. The moon herself giving you a ride across the sky. I thought maybe if I could just fly a bit higher, I could reach her myself, but I talked myself down. I can hardly feel this bottle. Just its weight. Though I still have fond memories to fill the gaps. It's funny. I've lost track of how long I've been dead, but still not used to it entirely.
Perhaps it's impossible to become entirely accustomed to the way we are. Though, I'm surprised you have any nostalgia for a time when you were young.
You're one to talk. How many times have you reminisced about your quiet evenings listening to the river and the frogs? Sometimes we forget the pain, and sometimes it's all we remember. Though I'll remember this too. There really is more to be done then, eh? The war with Kronos truly ended. It sure doesn't look that way from all these ships. Harpies don't seem any friendlier either.
Some must be zealots still believing that the Titan of Time shall rise again. But we're seeing to it that the threat of Kronos and Typhon can never recur. Just have to retrace my steps to Olympus as part of that process.
So then, all right. Because if what you're saying is I get to keep on flying, and I get to keep on seeing you up here, that doesn't sound so bad to me.
Oh, right. We thought the war ending would mean you'd have to put away your wings. But my father's underworld renovations seem like they'll be going on a long, long time.
Guess I may need to head back to my designated spot eventually. But for now, I'd like to make the most of this. I was so reckless when I was a kid. My father always told me to be careful. I was stuck in a bloody tower. Couldn't do anything to hurt myself if I tried. Now, I just don't want to mess things up.
For someone who spends so much time up in the clouds, you're far too stuck in your own head at times. This isn't a test, Icarus. It's me. And I simply like it when you're you.
Come on, Millie, look at us. You're the immortal princess of the underworld. I'm a shade of a failed apprentice who couldn't follow one simple instruction from his father and got dead ahead of schedule. This is what you like.
No, because that isn't who you are. I have no pity for you. Why do you have so much for yourself? Cast it aside. But your true feelings, you should never hide from me.
I'll try. I'll definitely try. I'd be a fool not to. So then, onward towards whatever comes our way.
Though still appreciate the moment, yes.
How's everybody back at the crossroads lately, eh? Master Odysseus putting all his plans to action at long last.
Oh yes. My route through here is thanks only to him. Say, he didn't put you up to this, did he? Deploying shades with makeshift wings and explosives seems like something the great tactician would do.
I'm acting on my own. Although maybe we're all a part of the great tactician's plan and just don't realize it yet. He always says we'll have to improvise. Might be I finally took it to heart.
Icarus, I want you to come back. To the crossroads. You want to aid our efforts here. We'll do an even better job of it if you're in contact with Odysseus and all our shades.
I'm not sure that everybody feels the same, Millie. I've been able to make do here on my own, and don't do well in crowds. Maybe from living in a prison tower all my life.
But we could see each other more. And it's really not that crowded there, is it? Just give the possibility some thought.
All right, I will. Give it some thought, that is. But if I show up and the Witch of the Crossroads turns me into the shade of a newt or something, it'll be on your conscience. Didn't think I'd feel this way, though it's good to be back, Melly. Oh, Your Grace. This place feels different. I think it's warmer than it used to be or something, eh?
You found your way back. You're welcome here and safe as ever, Icarus. I trust the wings made the return trip relatively swift and trouble-free?
Well, flying past the city of Ephyra sure beats having to trudge through. I still have to check in with Master Odysseus, though I'll try not to be such a stranger around here.
Do see to that. Be safe, Icarus.
Same. The storm that had been covering the top of Mount Olympus cleared up. I figured I'd finally get to see Typhon, but no. What happened there?
The storm is gone because Typhon himself is gone. He seemed to be growing angrier each passing night. It was either him or my family and their home.
You're kidding me. He's gone as in he's gone. Not hiding, dormant, nothing of the sort. Well, that's great. What are you doing here, though? You ought to be feasting with the rest of the Olympians right now.
Need to take care of a few things.
As far as I can tell, the number of warships headed for Olympus has remained roughly the same night after night. Their mission doesn't seem to be affected in the slightest.
Their aim is to cut off the waterways and spread the limited attention of Olympus thin. Continue to disrupt them as you can, my lad. Though if the Harpies flock too thick, fall back.
You got it, sir. Those ships are ill-equipped against attackers from the sky, and the Harpies haven't caught up with me yet. All right, I'm off.
Good hunting out there.
Hey, if you don't have to fly off just yet, how about a visit to the fishing pier with me? It's nice and quiet over there.
Sure, that sounds great. Though I should note, I've never learned to fish, so fair warning, I will not be any good. Where I was from, fish were a major source of sustenance. It's strange, I never really thought that they were living creatures, same as me. Well, not same as me, but you get the idea. I was a kid. What did I know?
Everything you mortals eat is living, or once was. I'm glad I have no need of sustenance. I've always found it quite distasteful, the idea of having to consume lives just to prolong one's own.
We mortals are all about having to do distasteful things. Well, that's one of the main differences between us and you, along with us being so easy to kill off. What choice do we have but to try and survive?
No choice at all, perhaps. Much in nature struggles to survive, from the flower yearning for a bit of light, to you, trying to figure out how to ask me to teach you to fish.
Well, I understand it's necessary to be silent. So why don't you provide a demonstration and I'll carefully observe. A bit like scanning for targets from the sky. Too murky to see. Nice.
This is a soul belly.
You know, I really did enjoy that. Even just the quiet waiting part. Thanks for bringing me along.
You're welcome. By the way, have you seen what we did with the springs? Good place to shed any lingering pains if you want to go.
With you, right now. All right. Though, don't expect the spring water to be much good for my complexion, eh?
That That's good.
In we go then. Funny how utterly beyond belief life is sometimes. While I was living, I could never have imagined anything like this.
It's just a hot spring, Icarus. A purified and heavily enchanted one, but nonetheless. You've been flying over fleets of risen warships. How is this any stranger than that?
It's mostly that I'm here with you. You're so beautiful, Melly. Not that you need us shades and mortals to know it. And Aphrodite herself must have told you, hey?
Oh, stop. Aphrodite has been a steadfast ally. If she was envious of me, I doubt she'd be as forthcoming with all of her most potent blessings as she has been.
That isn't really what I meant. We mortals tend to have a certain shame. Our bodies can be so vulnerable and ugly sometimes. But not gods and goddesses.
I don't see what's to be ashamed of. I've known shades such as you and Odysseus. You're close enough to gods.
Well, that's kind of you to say. And you were right about my burdens in this place. I'm really glad we're here.
As am I.
I only wish we could have stayed longer. Though that was great. Thank you for bringing me along.
It was nice. I was so pleased to see that you decided to come back. How was it at the crossroads after all this time?
A bit uncomfortable at first, but then you showed up. And it was great to see Master Odysseus again. Gave me a few flight path ideas. I didn't overstay, did I?
No, not at all. Well, if you didn't mind it there, then I hope you'll return. And perhaps start to think of it again as a place to stay, not just a place to go.
It's called the Crossroads, Millie. I've never considered it could be a place to stay. Hey, cheers for giving me a push. The war with Kronos, it's really over, eh? The energy about this place is different. Tension's gone. The other shades practically bouncing up and down. You did it.
Perhaps, but there's still more to be done. Preventative measures to ensure what happened never can occur again.
Millie, can't you give yourself a break? Your task is finally complete. What are you going to do now with the whole rest of your existence ahead of you?
I said there's still more to be done.
I didn't mean... Sorry. Hey, last we spoke in the Crossroads, I didn't mean to upset you, Millie. It's just... I didn't realize you'd have to keep fighting like this.
You asked me what I was going to do with the rest of my existence, and it set me off. I've not thought that far ahead.
Well, it seems you don't need an answer anyway if you still have to keep heading up here. And probably down to the underworld as well.
There's certainly a comfort in routine, but I have to accept that this may be all I'm meant to do. All I'm proficient at.
You don't have to accept any such thing, Melly. All my father ever did was work, felt it was his calling, but you're not like him. Anyway, the rest of existence can wait. Let's make this night a good one and go from there, eh?
One night at a time.
You know, I thought that once Kronos was out and the Underworld King and Queen were back, you'd have to join them in the House of Hades. Be the princess you were always meant to be.
I'd like to think I already am that. My father's house is truly something to behold, but this is home, not there. And I'll be seeing my parents and brother frequently enough, I think.
Oh, right. How was it meeting Zagreus? He live up to all the hushed tales of his prowess and all that?
If I told you, I'd have to slay you.
Well, all right. I've been working on something for quite a while here. I didn't want to say till it was ready, but I put it through more testing recently and think it's good to go.
Oh, that's exciting. Your inventions must take quite a while to make ready and produce. What's this one all about?
You'll see, but it makes just about everything better. Kind of like, well, you. Don't have to try it if you don't want. This place has changed so much since I took off. If you told me half this stuff was here, you'd have had a way easier time persuading me to come back.
I wanted to see if you'd do it of your own accord. And also, surprise, you still remember the trick to locating the place.
Hard to forget it once you know the way. Though, finding a good landing spot, I'm out of practice on that front. I nearly crashed into the cauldron.
No, what happened?
I crashed into Master Odysseus instead. The other night, I saw these huge black wings on the horizon. Definitely not a harpy. Could have sworn it was bloody Icarus. But wasn't she still at the crossroads with you?
Well, I'm not at the crossroads either, but unfortunately, Strife Incarnate has been getting in my way. So she showed up around the time I did.
Come to think of it, yes. Oh, I was beginning to worry she was here because of something I did. Never occurred to me she was just following you around, same as ever. I was just picking up a bit. Didn't mean to bother you, goddess. I like your wings. Mine aren't real, though I had an earlier pair made with real feathers, more like yours, but not nearly as good.
How about next time you see my stuff, you leave it be? All right there, baby bird? Now get out of my face and don't go tripping on your tongue on your way up.
Sounds good. I'm off. Goodbye.
Bye now.
You shouldn't let Eris boss you around, you know? I overheard you chatting at the crossroads. She's all talk, especially there, where her rail of adamant won't work.
Easy for you to say. You're immortal like she is. We Shades know better than to stand up to the deathless gods.
You don't shrivel up in my presence. You're not a coward, Icarus, so why let strife get the better of you?
I figure there's already enough conflict at the moment. Eris doesn't really get to me. I just don't mind letting her think she does. Not like she's the goddess of wisdom, eh? Also, I wanted to give thanks to you, madam, for taking me in and letting me return, and for entrusting anything to me. Most Shades are not so fortunate.
Oh, do not grovel, Icarus, lest I cast you out. It's the crossroads, not Elysium. A Shade's existence here may be comparatively difficult. Few remain for long.
I appreciate having the work to do and being a part of this. Although sometimes just after taking off, I fear I won't be able to find my way back.
Discard that fear. Those with the need, or who remain in our good graces, always shall be welcome here and safe.
I'm grateful. And I'll be going. Cheers, Adam. Been hearing Shade say something's changing on Olympus. That the fates themselves decided that the gods will soon be ruling with a lighter touch. That sounds different.
I think soon there may be relative to gods, not mortals, but what I've heard is much the same. At the dawn of the new age, mortals are to choose their paths themselves.
An age where neither the gods nor the fates are dictating each moment of our lives or deaths. Hard to imagine. Who would we even blame if things went wrong then, eh?
You'll find someone, I'm sure.
Your arm never got better, did it? I'm really sorry. I should never have put you on the spot.
Not your fault. I had grown very confident in my abilities. Headmistress always said there was no way to make Shades whole again, but I thought otherwise. Overextended. Learned a lesson I'm not going to forget.
I felt so bad. Couldn't look at anybody in the crossroads anymore. Thought I'd never see you again. It'd be for the best. I had a lot I needed to sort out.
And how did it go? You learned to fly, at least. Top of your list of fears. Conquered. With your father's wings, no less.
These wings are mine, Millie. And that was all part of it. I had to learn to do things for myself, like you did. And for what it's worth, I think your arm looks amazing. Now, here.
Icarus, when did you realize your father wasn't who you thought? Sounds like you grew up always wanting to live up to his idea of you, though at some point you stopped.
Well, it was probably when I found him after I'd died. He looked so disappointed. I genuinely thought he was upset I broke his precious wings. Kept working for him, though.
I see. Headmistress, she was like a mother to me, but she always went out of her way to tell me she was not. I never really understood why.
You love her, I know that. And she put you through a lot, I know that too. If somebody is such a big part of your life for long enough, eventually it gets a bit complicated, eh?
Well, I suppose.
I hate flying through snow. Not being a stormy on this mountain anymore. But is your family really going to tolerate all these satyrs and things continuing to desecrate their home? Seems unlike them.
They're leading me to Typhon, Icarus. Some scattered remnant of him beyond time. We're working with Grandfather on a cleanup effort, you could say.
Grandfather? You mean bloody Kronos? And you're saying Typhon still exists? What happened to him being gone? I mean, I've seen no sign of him. This must be one of those things that's beyond mortal understanding, eh?
I don't yet entirely understand it either. There's a lot we don't know about time and how it works, though we're learning. Slowly.
Don't see what's so complicated about it. Time drags on when things are bad, goes too quick when things are good, though I'm still learning how to deal with that myself. tall fellow over there by that big tapestry type thing, isn't that Doom? He seems friendlier than I imagined, judging by the way the two of you are getting on.
Lord Moros is our guest, and that tapestry beside him holds the Wheel of the Three Fates. Would you like to meet him?
Oh, no, we've met before. Oh, I don't think he'd remember me. It's for the best. I just didn't expect to see him again, let alone here. I'm glad he's all right.
He is. I enjoyed our prior outing at the Springs, and thought you might be open to another sometime soon. Perhaps even right now.
Oh, well, these wings, they need further maintenance, but what am I even saying? They can definitely wait. Let's go.
Perfect.
Oh?
You're quiet, Icarus. What's on your mind? Besides the further maintenance of the magnificent wings you've built.
It's just... most of my evenings are substantially less pleasant. I want to make this last, as well as fix the bloody wings. If they were so magnificent, they wouldn't break.
I think magnificent things are often fragile things. Though they seem sturdier than you let on. You had to solve the problems that caused the famous wings of Daedalus to fail.
That failure was mine. The wings my father made were built with feathers and wax, which was all he had to work with at the time. The wax had to stay cool, but I flew off into the blazing sun. Probably should have gone out at night in retrospect.
Perhaps you didn't have the luxury of choice, since you were captives then. So what happened? The wings melted on you.
Well, yes. Using them was such a thrill that I pushed them too hard. So I fell. These new ones use a fiber like the bones of a bird, so they don't split as easily. Though, let's not talk about the past, all right? I much prefer the present.
I do too.
They tell the dead to rest in peace, but I've not had a break like that in far too long. Cheers, eh?
Cheers.
What happened to you, Mary? You're so small. Not that you're usually big. I mean, you've always been just right, but normally you're... Just forget I spoke.
It's all right, Icarus. You must be noticing the work of Circe the Enchantress, who provided one of her protective blessings for the night. Is the effect really that noticeable?
No, it really isn't. I just tend to notice the little things. I notice details. Of all sizes. Anyway, I like it. Not that that matters. Here, let me get you on your way. Pleased to see you well again, Your Grace. Don't know about you, but last night was hard fought for me. Those Kronos warship crews don't seem to tire out.
Icarus, I thought I told you I'm not your grace. I may be the princess of the underworld by birth, but here I serve the unseen, the same as you.
I know, it's just, I don't want any special treatment here. Other shades all seem to be polite with you. And I like calling you Your Grace. As long as you don't mind.
Just not too often, then.
Yes. So you really do wake up each night back there, entirely refreshed, and with a newfound resolve to achieve your life's ambition, that sort of thing.
You make it sound so automatic. My physical recovery may be mostly second nature by now, but my motivation certainly is not. You think I never get discouraged?
I've never seen you discouraged. Though maybe you just hide it well.
A gift I never knew I had. I was thinking maybe you could join me by the fishing pier again, if you don't mind.
As much as I would like that, I can't stick around much longer here tonight. Some other time, though, eh? Not seen you out here in a bit. Been busy in the underworld or relaxing in the hot springs with a bottle of ambrosia or two?
I won't confess so easily. Though I suppose you're right. It has been a while since we saw each other here. Anything new to report?
I'd report I'm pleased to see you, though that's nothing new, I guess. Your grandfather is also very good at reviving his slain followers, if that's part of your plan. It's been packed. Oh, you're up. I almost missed you. Was about to fly on back to Thessaly. Hope you rested well. Sounds like you had quite an eventful night.
It was productive, yes. Though if you're on assignment, I don't wish to keep you. We'll catch up some other time. Or were you waiting here for me?
No, well, it's good to see you, yes, but I'm not late. I can make up the time during my flight, air currents and the like. So, well, back to it for the both of us, then, hey?
Back to it, yes. Hey, if you're not too busy, would you care to join me for a visit to the hot springs for a bit?
You have no idea how much I want to, but I really can't right now. I told Master Odysseus I'd soon be heading out. The wretches on these ships don't have their wits, but they hit hard. I know you're good and everything, better than good. It's just, if things go bad, what happens to you then?
The first thing Headmistress taught me was how not to give in. If my strength is failing me, I use it to return to Shadow once I came. Almost a reflex at this point.
And then at the crossroads, you're up and about by the following night, raring to go. Too bad you can't return to Shadow back to where you left off.
How fares your father, by the way? You have no idea how happy I am to find Daedalus hammers out there. I never see him around, so can never thank him in person.
I'll be sure to send him your regards when next I happen to run into him. Though it's been a little while. I'm glad his hammers have been of some use. Have another? You asked about my father the other night. And truth is, though you probably already know, I never see him around either. I think he might have retired.
Daedalus retired? I just found one of his hammers earlier. He's been of constant help to me since all this started. Wait. What?
Millie, I'm his apprentice. He'd been building for a long time and needed a break. I'm nowhere near him, but it's not like there was anybody else. Hammers come in handy, though.
Stop, you're hurting my head. The Daedalus hammers I've been finding are from you? Shouldn't they be Icarus hammers, then?
Yeah, we have a certain reputation to uphold. Not sure slapping my name on my father's designs would do us any good. Please, don't go telling anyone about this, hey?
Hey, ever tried ambrosia, Icarus? Because if not, you're about to. Given your inclination and availability, of course.
As a matter of fact, no. I've not tried ambrosia before, and I've never had the inclination till you asked me just now. You sure it'd be all right? The other shades are watching us, Melly. They admire you so much, and probably would wish I was dead if I wasn't already.
Oh, don't worry. If any of those shades get too envious, the only attention they'll end up getting is from Nemesis. Why would they even care? I see them more than you.
Well, it's just, as mortals, many of us could get jealous. Especially when we'd see someone we cared for with somebody else. Hard to explain, but I think it all stems from our instinctively knowing how little time we have.
But you all have eternity now that you're here. Provided Kronos hasn't yet irreparably ruined everything. Though I suppose we gods can also have those types of feelings.
Really? Oh, come on, name one thing that's ever made you envious, Melly. You seem so comfortable the way you are, and with everything you have. I've never seen you want for anything that isn't yours.
Then you haven't been paying attention. I'm envious of Headmistress, for one. I'll never be half the witch she is, nor look nearly as elegant in hats.
All right, I stand corrected. You're envious of the hat of the Witch of the Crossroads. Now, can we try the drink already, hey? You could always spare some for the other shades.
Then let's drink to the shades of the Crossroads.
Wow. I have never had something like that in my entire life. Or death. The gods just regularly drink this stuff.
Some of them, anyway.
Fancy meeting you up here. I used to never fly anywhere near this place, but noticed somewhat fewer harpies and automaton defenses. And, well, you. Going all right so far?
Going better than before now, thanks to you. So what do you think? Does the Mountain of the Gods live up to everything you imagined?
Mostly, yes. Considering mortals living or otherwise were never meant to see Olympus in all its glory. And I'd rather see you anyway, Melly. Here. Something for the rest of your climb.
Got another bottle of ambrosia we could split at the taverna if you're up for it.
I would genuinely love to, though we've had reports of a new fleet appearing in the Rift, and I'd best pay them a visit first.
You know, you've changed. You seem more full of life. I catch these glimpses of your face while you're in flight, and it's like there's a joy in you I never saw before.
Well, there's the flying, which admittedly doesn't get old. And then there's seeing you, taking on the legions of Kronos single-handedly, using all your training. Wow.
I didn't take them on single-handedly, Icarus, but it's good to know about the flying. It must be exhilarating.
It is, Melly. You could always see right through me, so no point trying to sell it short.
You seem to enjoy your first taste of ambrosia, so I want you to have a bottle for yourself. But when the occasion warrants it.
A bottle for myself, when the occasion warrants it. Wow. What? Oh, come on, Melly, this is really too much. I've nothing near this good to give you.
I beg to differ. You have given me much more. And I don't just mean the hammers you've been busy working on.
I've not done anything that scores of shade admirers of yours wouldn't have done in a heartbeat, if they still had one.
Wait, you're a shade admirer of mine?
Oh, stop. And give me that. Time to get back into the fight, hey, Melly? I'll go on ahead and see what I can do.
How about we try this whole ambrosia thing again? But this time, no pretending you're just another shade. You're more than that, and more than a friend.
Fine. But don't you think this wasn't meant to be, hey? When I tried to touch you, it's barely a breeze, like I'm not even here.
You are here. I don't want to get hurt again either, but each night I set out like this, I can't accomplish what I need to do without inviting the possibility. Even the inevitability. Sometimes it's worth it.
My pain I can handle fine. Who cares? Yours, I don't think I could live with, exist with, you know what I mean? But, I can't believe I'm arguing with you, Melly. I'm happy more than anything right now. But I'm afraid.
A fear we can face together.
Sorry I'm late. Had a run-in with an eagle on the way. Maybe if I had a liver still, I could offer to bite and we become fast friends. Worked for Prometheus, apparently.
Beloved by birds as well as mortals. Though you don't seem to have much fondness for Prometheus yourself. Perhaps his affection for mortals isn't always reciprocated.
Well, I mean, we've never met. When I was whole, we worshipped gods, not titans. And Prometheus angered the gods, so... Look, if you don't like him, that's enough for me.
Anyhow, my lad, you're doing fine. You can't always know where you're going, but you can have a sense for whether you're headed in the general direction you desire. And don't be in such a hurry to get there if you can help it.
I have not gone anywhere, though, sir. I thought if I could just learn how to fly, I'd finally be able to go wherever I pleased. But the farther away I got, the more I wanted to come back. What was the use? I'm still not sure.
The use was to find where you belonged. If you never left, you would have always wondered what else was out there for you. You returned with the wisdom of that experience.
So the more we wonder, the wiser we get, hey? Except I'm speaking to the great tactician. I hardly think I've learned more flying about out there than I could have from you.
I'll take the wings if you don't want them, lad.
No chance, sir.
How about one more ambrosia, as a bit of an experiment? Because a substance known for bringing warmth and pleasure seems somehow to bring you misery.
Oh, excellent. I was just thinking I could use more misery, and here we are. You do know why, don't you? We tried all this before, and it didn't work. I really wish it did, but hey.
I'm more experienced now. Sometimes when things don't work, you have to try again. Over and over and over, if that's what it takes.
Melly, I agree with you. Provided that the cost of trying isn't way too high. In your case, well, you've got another arm there, sure. A couple legs. You're willing to put all those on the line for me. To make me whole.
Look, I know I can't just permanently bring your body back. But this connection we have, that we've always had, I'm willing to go where it leads. I'd like to go, if you would too.
I would, of course. I'd follow you into the sun, Melly. Or anywhere you'd rather be.
Then I have an idea. You'll feel whole again. I swear it, Icarus. I failed Icarus before, but not this time. The corpus of a shade is never gone. May one regain his form till light of dawn. It is done.
Be on the lookout for my hammers out there, eh? I hope they've been of help.
Don't worry, this isn't more ambrosia. It's called an ectoplasmic draft. Not as potent as the incantation I once tried, but this one works, I think.
What are you saying, Melly? Wait, this draft can make me whole? Or maybe partially, an arm or something, eh?
It may be able to restore your sense of self as though you lived and breathed, but the effect won't last particularly long. Perhaps a night at best. That was the compromise.
Are you kidding? So, I could be me again. Feel the cold wind and the spray of the sea and all that. For just one night. But can you make more?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. These things can carry side effects if you don't take them slow. Swear that you will.
I swear I'll take it slow using the ectoplasmic draft. I've ignored perfectly reasonable guidance to my peril at least once before, and I don't intend to do it again.
Then please use this whenever you see fit, perhaps on some particularly special night, and treat it as one of a kind.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Been some nights since we last did this, hasn't it, Millie? I figured you'd show up soon enough, though. Unless maybe Kronos finally got you or something terrible like that.
If you were truly worried for me, thank you, Icarus. But also don't do that. The concern does us no good. If you're distracted, you can't fight the Titan's legions to the fullest.
Oh, it's all right. I get distracted all the time, except when I'm at work or in the sky. Which, not coincidentally, are the two things that keep me busy recently.
I know these things, kid. As mortal lives go, yours was in one of the bottom categories. A lot shorter and more miserable than average. So you're making up for it a bit.
So you're saying, Goddess, that I'm to have a better life after death because my life before death was in one of the bottom categories, according to some ranking system that you have, eh?
That's right. Don't waste it, don't get greedy, you'll be fine. Just keep doing what you're doing.
But I'm so fortunate to be here with you all. A short life in exchange for a good eternity. By your reasoning, that isn't a fair trade. What have I done to deserve this?
You haven't asked too many questions, for one thing. And don't take eternity for granted.
I won't, I swear.
Icarus, you look... the ectoplasmic draft. You used it and it worked. Can I... is it all right if I...
I was about to ask you the same thing. This is like nothing I've experienced since I was alive. And not even then. I took it all for granted then.
Come here, you fool. What makes tonight so special anyhow? I thought you were going to save the draft for some sort of once-in-an-eternity occasion.
I thought about that. And then I thought about how if I could just touch you, that would make for such an occasion for me. And then I realized I didn't want to wait. I drank the draft once I knew you were here. It wasn't bad.
You swore you'd take this slow. What if I couldn't speak to you tonight? The draft would have gone to waste.
You're right. It's just, you're here, and I can feel my racing heart. Melly, may I hold you in my arms?
I'd like for you to do that very much. You may experience strange sensations, but I'll be as gentle as I can. Please let me know if you start having discomfort of any kind.
I can't imagine that.
Huh.
Wow. Oh. Ah.
It's nice, the beating of your heart. And you're still very warm, you know. If not for that, I might take you for dead. You've not moved, not spoken. You all right?
This must be what Elysium is like. Melly, I'm far more than all right. I'm just taking in each moment as I can. What about you? That you're still here, I think, is a good sign?
You may take it as such. But, oh, you're getting colder now, and the pallor of your skin is starting to change. The draft is losing its effect. If you hurry, you still could feel that cold wind and the spray of the sea.
I would much rather stay with you right here. But I don't wish to keep you. And I'll probably regret not taking flight like this while I still can. You're wonderful, Melly.
Fly free and live, Icarus.
How about we try this at the crossroads sometime, eh? Harder to concentrate here, what with all the sunken ships and deathless crewmates and whatnot.
I see your point. So did you get a chance to feel the wind and sea using the ectoplasmic draft? I wasn't sure how long it was going to last, and wanted you to make the most of it.
That was the greatest night of my existence, by a lot. Feeling the wind and the sea was the perfect end to it. At first, I thought the cold was making me numb, but it was just the draft wearing off.
That night was special for me, too. Apparently, my grandmother Demeter was with a mortal once, and had my mother after that, who then had me. So I'm not a true goddess, and always had an interest in my mortal roots.
You are a true goddess, Melly. If you've a bit of mortal blood, so much the better.
Anyway, that was an amazing time. Now that it's over, at least I have the memory.
We could make more sometime, perhaps. Memories, that is. Because considering the ectoplasmic draft worked like it did, I may look into replicating it.
Well, if my heart were beating still, it likely would have burst. I'd give anything to be with you again. But unlike last time, I'll be patient about it, I swear. It's funny. We mortals go through life searching for that one other soul with whom we want to spend the rest of our nights. A love that lasts forever, but we're really talking maybe 30, 40 years. Must be so different for the gods.
To want for all of someone's love, it seems so selfish. Nemesis would surely disapprove. My understanding is we all have varying capacity for different types of love. In fact, I think I've quite a bit for you now, Icarus.
You've quite a bit... Wait, you mean love? For me? And even though there must be others whom you fancy around here, in that primary type of love sort of way. But what if I have all this love for you and no one else?
Then I am very fortunate. Though also, I think you must have much more to give, and you've eternity to find all those who deserve it. I alone shall have to do for now.
You're more than enough for me, Melly.
Perhaps.
I sometimes think of what it's like being a god. Ever wonder what your life would have been like if you were mortal, eh? You probably would have wound up in Elysium.
Among the greatest heroes of your kind. I'm not so certain about that. If I were born mortal, I suppose I would have worked at something all my life. Attempted to excel beyond my means and those of anybody else.
Melly, that's almost as depressing as my life. And I didn't get to choose. Most mortals work only to earn their keep. But it's the pleasures that we want, not the toil.
Truly. Yet here you are as a shade, seeking to outdo your own master artisan father at his craft, while battling against the Titan's legions. To earn your keep.
All right, I see your point, sorry. That was the mortal impulse to tell others how to live. But we rarely find our own sense of purpose, much less anyone else's. I wonder what you would have excelled at.
Arguing, perhaps. As lawyer or a judge.
That's terrifying. That tool set there, is it really for me? Everything there looks so shiny. Where did we even get those from?
Consider it a gift from the crossroads, Icarus. You shape the bounties of the earth into wondrous things, so you might as well have the finest equipment.
I'll have to try them out. Thank you so much. I'm quite partial to the worn set I've been using for a while, but those are probably due for a break.
Aren't we all?
You should see how many inventions of mine don't work out even the slightest bit. I know some are better than others, but these are the best of the best. You have my guarantee.
I suppose it must be helpful to have someone such as me willing to test them out for you. No way of knowing if they're any good until they're put to real use, presumably.
You're not testing them, Melly. My hammers all go through extremely rigorous evaluation to earn the Daedalus name, but if you have any notes, let me know. I could have sworn I saw the hero Heracles the other night, launching himself from one ship to the next, crushing deathless sailors with his club. I flew well clear of him.
You probably saw true. Olympus has him fighting back the Titan's legions and his fleet. We've worked together on occasion, but he's kept me at arm's length.
You worked with Heracles? Oh, if only I could meet him for myself sometime. But I don't even know what I would say. Hey, I'm like everybody else who thinks you're great.